Hi, this is Jim Pallarino. I'm going to leave a link below. There's some disturbing footage that we can see here. Um, the title of it's a YouTube video. The title is U.S. Soldier Shot in the Face, and the video is 1 minute and 11 seconds long. It is age restricted based on community guidelines. Um, it's a reenactment for the first minute. After the first minute, though, is over and the reenactment part is over, then we see actual footage of a soldier that is shot in the face, and his lower mandible is all shot to hell. There's no upper mandible, by the way. Yeah, it's disturbing footage. A lot of tags on this. Yeah, I believe we're talking about the war in Iraq, and there was no reason for the war in Iraq a second time. It made no sense. We saw, as I listened to the various arguments presented to me, a Persian Gulf War veteran, for us to go into Iraq a second time, none of these arguments made any sense whatsoever. None. As presented to me, directly to me, by the mainstream media. And I rejected all these arguments because they're illogical. We had some woman like calling in on Fox and Friends saying, this was preposterous right now. What's it going to take? Just what's it going to take for us to finally wake up and understand that we have to go to war in Iraq? Is it going to take one of our planes being shot down? This argument was postulated by some sort of female caller. They said was from Florida. We had a no-fly zone that was extremely effective. They had nothing that could shoot down our planes really. Occasionally, I guess they would take pot shots at our planes that were enforcing a no-fly zone, but our technology was so far superior that they had no chance of taking down any of our planes. So this woman, she calls up Fox and Friends, and she was allowed to talk. All these things are planned out, and she said, "What's it going to take for us to understand that we must go to war in Iraq? One of the planes being shot down?" And so, like, even if a plane was shot down and the pilot died, we're talking about like one, a couple, or two people perhaps that would die. And however, if we went out to stop these planes being shot down with a full out and out war, uh, we'd have a lot more people dead. And I think it was like 5,000 that commonly stated, approximately 5,000 U.S. soldiers that are dead. So this is what these were the sorts of arguments that were presented to me and to the viewers as to why we should go to war in Iraq. That sort of thing. Preposterous and illogical and immoral. Now, the most vociferous of the news agencies on the television were for going to war in Iraq the second time that we didn't have to go into was Fox News. I do not believe people on the left should all of a sudden start pretending that the news stations that were on the left weren't also for the war in Iraq, because they were. They just weren't as loud or as vocal as Fox News for going into war a second time in Iraq. I mean, General Electric, that's a huge part of it. They have a lot of military contracts. They're in the military-industrial complex. They own NBC and MSNBC, and they promoted the war in Iraq just more subtly than Fox News. So all of you really should be protesting this mainstream media, and the best way to protest it is to turn it off. But you know, it's kind of hard, because where do you get your alternative information from? Some faggot like Dutch Sense is just fucking lying to you and then says it's much love or something like that. Or Alex Jones drive you back into listening to the mainstream media and the mainstream media alone after just 5 minutes of hearing his bullshit. Citizen journalists, Corbett, or whatever you call yourself, right? Why don't you start doing actual fucking news, actual fucking articles? Be the citizen journalist, the alternative media that you so desire to be. You know, don't appear on Alex Jones again. That guy's a fucking scam artist. I saw your hand shaking as you went through the fraud and you held up a picture of like some shit that allegedly occurred in Japan. You didn't want to be on the Alex Jones show. And you were scared for some reason. I don't know why your hand was shaking. I think because you felt uncomfortable. You know, don't fall into the don't line yourself with a load of shit. We have this technology available where we can do citizen journalism, and there's no reason for any of us to even have to like disseminate a load of crap. I mean, there's so many times like I tried to look up certain things that Alex Jones stated, tried to verify him somehow, and just come up with absolutely nothing because he just made the shit up, you know. All you Alex Jones fans out there, you have to get a grip, man. Don't fall into that fucking trap, man. Find the truth. Try to verify shit, because there's so many things that he said that just cannot be verified at all. It's bad information. It's just out and out fucking lies. He didn't miraculously go undercover at the Bohemian Grove ceremony or anything like that. Oh, nobody's gonna know me. A load of shit. Infiltration like fucking ass. You're all fucking wasting this opportunity for actual journalism, for you yourself to put forth actual truth and actual news, truthful things, as a counter to the mainstream media. And you're all fucking blowing it, making it a worse place for your children by lying, by talking about silica in your mouth somehow being able to remove cavities or some shit like that. What if that treatment is what your child is offered, that and that alone, and he believes it, and his mouth is rotting a fucking way? I don't know. Sounds like justice. Whatever.